Hey, thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Jim Wendler 531 Boring But Big program, which is a variation on the original Jim Wendler 531 program. So let's get started straight away. So I'm going to skip this page. I've done so many program reviews, and over the years I can pretty much go do it as I go along. I understand the concept of this program already because I've heard about it, I've read about it. And this is the instructions page. I'm going to skip that again. Okay, here we enter a body weight. Again, put it pounds or kilograms, you can choose. Use the bar. How much does the bar weigh? Always use plus the bar. Don't go for weights on one side. Do the first option. Round to the nearest 5 if you're doing in pounds. 2.5 kilograms. Now we'll talk about this later. The boring but big. Leave it at 50% of your 1 rep max. That's a good number. Leave it at that for now, and I'll explain that in more detail later. Make sure that you put the date that you're going to start in. It's an American program, so it begins month, date, year. So let's just say I started this on Monday, and we're in 2021. Jeez, time flies. And then it will just tell you Monday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday. You can adjust this actually if you want. You could potentially do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Up to you how you want to do it, but do adjust that based on your schedule. And what lift you want to do on what day. So I'd keep it the same. So on Monday I'm going to do the squat, bench on Wednesday, deadlift on Thursday, overhead press on Friday. Right, next thing you want to do is enter your 1 rep maxes. So based on, let's say these are my 5 rep maxes. It's already calculated my 1 rep max. We can see right here 422 pounds. Again, it's estimated, it might not be 100% correct. And then this is how much you will increase my lifts every cycle. So I believe there's 11 cycles in this program. So it's a 4-week program and you run that 11 times. And this is based on how much you increase and add to the bar each training cycle, each 4 weeks. Now I'd keep this as it is, actually, especially in the beginning. When you've first done that. So once you've done all that, you can then progress. So straight off the bat, this looks a little bit confusing. Not the best program I've looked at in terms of layout and design. But let's move on. Let's have a look. So we've got our 1 rep maxes here, and this is a Jim Wendler program. So we do the training max, which is 90% of your 1 rep max. It says week 1 we do 3 sets of 5, final set as many reps as possible, 3 sets of 3, final set as many reps as possible. And then we do the trademark 531 Jim Wendler training thing. And then on the week 4, we deload, meaning we take the intensity down, take the volume down, and just back off a little bit before we begin another cycle. So it says it has it all laid out here, set 1, 2, 3. We always do 3 sets as our working sets. It doesn't include a warm-up routine, but you might want to do like what they do in the beginners, where you do, let's say 40, you might want to do like 30, 40, 50% for 5 reps, and 3 reps, like they do in the original beginners program, and then begin. So yeah, first set 5, second set 5, final set as many reps as possible. Now this is what they call the PR set. Based on how many reps you do, it will then calculate your estimated 1 rep max. So let's say I did 5 reps. Right here, you can see it's now calculated a figure has just shown up out of nowhere, and it says this is my week 1 PR 1 rep max. So based on the fact I did 5 reps on that third and final set, it believes that my new 1 rep max is 365 pounds, 366 pounds. Okay, so that's what that means. And on Monday, yeah, so there we go. Monday, the next thing we're going to do, that's the following week. Okay, and then for the bench, it's the same principle, 3 sets of 5. Always make sure that you enter how many reps you do here. And as you can see, it's determined my new estimated 1 rep max. Same for the deadlift, and the same for the overhead press. So that's So that's week 1. That's 3 sets of 5. Now let's talk a little bit about the boring but big 50%. Now remember, in the beginning we chose 50%. And you can see right here, from week 1 to 3, we're doing 5 sets of 10. So that's 190 pounds on the squat that we're going to do. I'm going to do that 5 sets of 10. This is to add additional volume to the program, and it's boring. It's just basic 5 sets of 10. It's not that interesting, but it's big volume. So that's where that big boring but big comes from. Okay, and then week 2, sorry, I'm losing my mind today. We do 3 sets of 3, as it says right up here. Final set as many reps as possible. Again, make sure you enter how many you did, because we can see based on what we enter in this cell right here, then determines this cell right here. This is our week 2 PR 1 rep max, which is pretty cool. I quite like this idea actually. And it's basically calculated that it will be 395 pounds. And as we can see up here, I believe this is the growth amount from week 1 to week 2. So it's basically an 8% increase from week 1 to week 2. So that just gives you an indication of how well you're progressing each week. And then that's the same principle applies for the bench, the deadlift, and the shoulder. And remember, we chose what exercise we wanted to do on what day in the inputs sheet. And again, you can do this boring but big exercise after you finish the main working sets, 5 sets of 10 from week 1 to 3, and then 3 sets of 10 on the deload week. Just remember that. And then the final week, we can see right up here, final week before the deload, we do 1 set of 5, 1 set of 3, 1 set of 1, but as many reps as we possibly can on that final set. Now let's say on that final set we did 4. It does say that the fact that I've done more in the first 2 weeks, but I've now done less, it says that actually I've had a decrease of it's minus 0.54% down from my week 2 PR. And that's my new projected 1 rep max for week 3, 392.76 pounds. So again, I'm not really a massive fan of this. I think it's a little bit demotivating, a bit fiddly, a bit unnecessary. Especially at this point, you're only on the first cycle and you've got a lot more to go. As we can see, we scroll down, cycle 4, cycle 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11, 12, 13 cycles. So I wouldn't beat yourself too much up on this first cycle if your projected PR on week 3 is less than week 2. We've still got a long way to go. And anyway, so that's that 531 is applicable for all the lifts, including the shoulder press, the overhead press, and then you've got your 3 sets of 5 deload week. Now if you want to know what the percentages are, you can see right up in this corner here, it gives you the percentages right here, so you know what you're doing, you know what you're working with. And as we can see, week 4 we dropped the intensity significantly to 40, 50, 60, which makes a good warm-up routine actually for the week 1 to 3. And we've decreased the volume for the week 4 boring but big routine. So that's basically it, really. And then we do this for 13. We repeat this 4-week routine 13 times. So we cycle it 13 times, and you just follow the same system. And again, it's this boring but big system. It's not the most engaging, exciting program in the world, but I'm positive it will get you results, especially for a novice lifter. More so than an intermediate, and definitely not for an advanced lifter, but a novice lifter would enjoy this program. But to cycle this program for 13 times is a bit excessive. So I guess you can stop whenever you feel like you've had enough of the program and you're sick of it. But yeah, so everything else remains consistent. We can see actually there was one thing that I did miss on this for the deadlift routine. Now when we come to the boring but big, we actually have a different set rep scheme for this one, because on the deadlift you do less volume than you would for the squat and the bench press, which is why it's 5 sets of 8 and 3 sets of 8. So you don't do 5 sets of 10 and 3 sets of 10, you do 5 sets of 8, 3 sets of 8. So I just thought I'd address that now, because I just noticed I missed that. So yeah, this is a good program. Again, I recommend this. Maybe not doing it for 13 cycles, but maybe for 8 cycles or something, 6, whatever you want to do. So it's easy to use, pretty straightforward. I don't know why we needed 2 pages of read me and instructions to understand it, but I guess they don't want anyone making mistakes. So yeah, I give this program a good 7 out of 10 really. It's not the best novice program I've come across, but it's not the worst. So if you like this video, check out the rest of my channel, because I've got a lot of other powerlifting program reviews on there. Do like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe, turn on notifications for to keep up to date with my other videos. I've got a lot of other videos coming out, and I also got my social media link below, so you might want to check out that account. I live in Thailand, I live in Phuket. I do lots of cool things out there, interesting stuff here. And if you ever want to come on holiday to Phuket, you can get some ideas on what you can do from my social media. So anyway, have a good day, keep lifting, stay safe, and never give up on your goals.